DFA equivalent to the DFA described by described by in this case, you are not given a diagram or a state transition diagram of a DFA. You are not given they have not given a diagram in this case, but instead of that, they have been giving this table, which is the state transition table. So just write it down. So this might also be the case. Okay, sometimes you have the state transition diagram. Sometimes you don't have that. You just have this table. And based on this table, you have to minimize that DFA. So what does that mean? I think we have not seen this type of examples in the class. So we can just say this. So write down this question. Okay, you have to construct a minimized DFA for the DFA described by. This DFA is described by this transition table. You have 7 states here. Okay, you have 7 states here. Q0, Q0 to Q7. Okay, so just write it down, this transition table. Okay, so this is a question which we are going to solve, and this is also your tutorial number 5. Okay, this question belongs to tutorial number 5. Note it down. So they have given this question, construct a minimum DFA equivalent to the DFA described by. Okay, they have not given the DFA, but instead they have mentioned that the DFA is described by this. So you're having this state transition table where your initial state, as you can see here, that arrow, it is pointing towards Q naught. So it indicates that Q naught is the initial state. Similarly, Q2 is the final state. Now, final state is denoted by this circle, okay, in the table, okay, state transition table. When we are talking about your state transition diagram, in that the arrow pointing towards that first state or the initial state, it indicates, this arrow states that it is the initial state. Similarly, if you have double circles like this, it means that this is the final state. Okay, but in case of state transition table, this is similar. Okay, your initial state is given by this arrow pointing towards your first state Q naught, but your final state is represented by this circle. So from this table, it is clear that Q naught is the initial state and Q2 is the final state. Okay, now what is our first step in this? First step is similar to all the other steps which we had done in our previous example. Okay, what was our first step? We were given a DFA. Based on that DFA, we had constructed a state transition table. Okay, and our step number 2 was to calculate the equivalence. So over here they have not given the DFA, but instead of that they have given this state transition table. Based on this table, you have to calculate the equivalence. Okay, so let me just calculate the equivalence now. What do you have to do now? Zero equivalence, you have to calculate that. Okay, now tell me, what are the values over here? What are the values over here? Zero equivalence is pretty simple. It means you have to categorize the final states and non-final states. So I'm going to write down all the non-final states. What are my non-final states? Q0, Q1, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, and Q7. Yes, these are my non-final states. And I have only one final state here, Q2. Okay, Q2 is my final state. So these are the values of zero equivalence. I have I've got two sets here, non-final set of states and final set of state. Okay, that is called as zero equivalence. Now next comes our one equivalence. What is this one equivalence? Now you have to check the pairs as I said. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, just check out. You have to check out for Q0, Q1, Q3, Q4. But in this case, what you can do is first we will see for Q0, Q1. Let's check out. Just have a look in this table, Q0 and Q1. Do we have any similar values of for zeros and ones? No, all the values are different. Q0 is giving Q1 for 0. Q0 is giving Q5 for 1. Similarly, Q1 is giving Q6 for 0 and Q1 is giving Q2 for 1. So both are different. So it means both cannot be in the same state. Okay, it means that they cannot be in the same state. Okay, but we know that q naught is the initial state, so we have to put it somewhere in a set, right? So q naught is there, but we know that q1 is not in the same set of q naught. Okay, so that's why I'm creating one more set for q1. Now we will check for Q naught, Q3. Let's see if this Q naught and Q3 can be placed together or grouped together. Okay, let's see Q naught and Q3. Now check out in the table Q naught and Q3. Just check out. Uh, no, they are also not giving the same values. Are they giving? Tell me. Yes, guys, are they giving?
No, ma'am.
No, they are not giving the same values. That's why they cannot be placed in the same group. Means we have to make another group for Q3. Okay, or we have to make another set for Q3. So Q0, Q1 and Q3 does not belong to same group. They have to be placed in different groups. Okay, now let's see whether Q0 and Q4 can be placed together. Q0 and Q4. Check in the table. Q0, Q4. Q0 and Q4. Are they, I mean, can we put them together? And for any of the values? See, Q0 on 0 is giving me Q1. Q4 on 0 it's giving me Q7. Okay, but Q0 on 1 is giving me Q5 and Q4 on 1 is giving me Q5. I'll write it here. Q0 on 0 is giving me Q1. Similarly, Q4 on 0 is giving me Q7. Then Q0 on 1 is giving me Q5 and Q4 on 1 is giving me Q5. These values are similar, right? They are at least giving some values similar, right? So it means we can write Q4 over here. Now let's have a look at Q5, Q0 and Q5. Just tell me Q0 and Q5. Can we write them together? Q0 and Q5. No, no. Q0 on 0 is giving me Q1. Q0 on 1 is giving me Q5. Similarly, Q5 on 0 is giving me Q2 and Q5 on 1 is giving me Q6. So I cannot write Q0 and Q5 together. I cannot group them together. So Q5 cannot be included in this Q0 group. Now we have two more groups left. Okay, Q1 and Q3. Let's see whether Q5 can be placed together with Q1. Let's see Q1 and Q5. Q1 on 0 is giving Q6, right? Q5 on 0 is giving Q2. Similarly, what's there? Q1 on 1 is giving Q2 and Q5 on 1 is giving Q6. So they cannot be placed together. Now we will see another group for Q3. Now we will see whether Q5 can be placed with Q3. So that's Q3, Q5. Tell me, do they have any similar values? Q3 on 0, Q3 on 1. Similarly, Q5 on 0 and Q5 on 1. Tell me, Q3 on 0 is giving me Q2. Q3 on 1 is giving me Q6. Q5 on 0 is giving me Q2. Q5 on 1 is giving me Q6. Yes, both the values are similar. So it's pretty much better to put them together in a same group, Q5. So Q5 is included in the group of Q3. Okay. Now what's remaining? Now we have to check the other states which are remaining. So as you can see from these three groups that Q0, Q1, Q3, Q4, and Q5 are already placed in some groups. They are a part of any group, right? So now what's remaining over here is which states are remaining? Q2 is remaining, Q6 is remaining, and Q7 is remaining. Is this much clear? Have you understood this much? Yeah, hello guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So as you can see here, that this many states Q0, Q1, Q3, Q4, and Q5 are part of some group. The only members left out are Q2, Q6, and Q7. Now let's check what's the recent most member present in Q0, Q4. Let's check for Q4, Q2. Okay, this one, Q4, Q2, and then we can check for Q1, Q2. Similarly, we can check for Q5 and Q2. Tell me, Q4 and Q2, can they be placed together? Q4 and Q2. Yes, Q4 and Q2. Q2 0, and here you're getting Q2. Q4 7, 5. No, they cannot be placed together because not even a single value is similar. Then we will check for Q1, Q2. Check in the table Q1, Q2. Q1, Q2. Can they be placed together? Yes, they can be placed together, right? But we know that Q2 is the final state. We know that Q2 is the final state. So instead of that, we know that Q2 is a final state. So it belongs here. It has its own set. It cannot be grouped with any one of the state. Okay. Now what we are left out, Q2 is also done. Q6 and Q7. Now check the similar thing over here. Q6 and Q7. Let me know. Check for the recent state we have got in Q0 group is Q4. So we will check the grouping of Q4, Q6. And the recent most for the second group is Q1. So we will check Q1, Q6. Similarly, we will check for Q5, Q6. Now tell me, Q4, Q6. What are the values? Q7, Q6. No, they cannot be placed together. Q6 cannot be placed in this first group. Now check for Q1 and Q6. Q1 on 0 is giving Q6, Q1 on 1 is giving Q2. Similarly, Q6 on 0 is giving Q6 and Q6 on 1 is giving Q4. But for the value 0, both of the states, Q1 and Q6, are giving the same value or the same state that is Q6. So I can say that Q1 can be placed in Q6 can be placed or entered in the Q1 group. So that's why I'm writing where do I have to write? Q6? Yes. Tell me whether it is coming in the first group or second group. Yeah, one more thing to remember here is that since you are doing it for Q4, Q6, similarly, if they are not if it is not accepted, if they are not placed in the same group, then you can surely you can confirm with the previous state also. Let's try. Then if it is not satisfying the previous state also, then you can move further. Okay, we left out that. So Q0, Q6. Let's have a look at this. Tell me now, Q0 and Q6. Q0 on 0 is giving Q1, Q0 on 1 is giving Q5. Similarly, Q6 on 0 is giving what? Q6? No, they are not, right? So we can say that we can include this Q6 in group number Q1. Okay, now what's remaining is Q7. Let's check for Q7. Okay, Q4, Q7. Tell me the values. Q4 on 0 Q4 on 0 is giving what, and Q4 on 1 is giving what. Similarly, Q7 on 0 will give something, and Q7 on 1 will give some other state. Let's check for Q4, Q7. Q4 on 0 giving Q7. Q4 on 1 is giving Q5. Okay, similarly, Q7 on 0 is given Q6, Q7 on Q1 is given Q2. All the values are different for zeros and ones. That's why we cannot place them together. Okay, now what are we left with? We are left with this. Check for Q6, Q7. Q6, comma Q7. Tell me, do they have any values common? Q6 and Q7. Yes, Q6 on 0 is giving Q6, Q7 on 0 is giving Q6. At least this value is similar. So we can say that it can be placed in Q6, Q7 can be placed in Q6 group. Okay, so where is our Q6? Over here. So we can place them together. So this is our, what is this? This is our set of states. These are our set of states. This is one equivalence. Now you have to calculate two equivalence now. Two equivalence, try to compute that. So after computing your two equivalence, you will get the values, these values, just write it down. After getting the values, you will get this for two equivalents. What all things you will get is, you will get this many values. You have Q0, Q4, Q6 will be okay, Q0, Q4. Then you have Q1, Q7. Q6 will be placed in some other group. Q6 will be placed in some other group. So I'll first write that. I'll just write Q1, Q7, then I'll place Q6 in other group. Then I'll write other set of states, that is Q3, Q5. And finally, I have my final state Q2. This is my values after two equivalents. Similarly, when I compute three equivalents, my values will be this much. Q0, Q4, then I'll have, what will I have? That Q0, Q4 is there. Then again, yeah, almost I'll have the same values. Q3, Q5, I'll have, yes. I'll have Q1, Q7, I'll have Q6, then I'll have Q3 and Q5. I'll also have one final state as Q2. Okay, try to solve this. I've not shown the steps here, but try to solve this. So you will get this answer. Okay, so guys, just note down this much. Okay, have you written this? The steps? If done, I can scroll it down. Yes, guys, are you there?
Ma'am. Written.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's like boring, but we'll have to study that, right? So, yeah. So after getting one equivalence, you'll have to compute the value of two equivalents. And after three equivalents, you'll have this values. Now, what do you have to do after three equivalents? The next step is to draw the state transition table. Okay, state transition table over here. So now we will have a new state transition table with the given set of states like this. I'm just writing the states. Please take it down. So these are our states. What are the states? Q0, Q4, Q6. You have Q1, Q7. You have Q3, Q5, Q2. I'm just writing this randomly, but you can follow this order also. That's fine. So for the inputs 0 and 1, you'll get this many values: Q1, Q7. Over here, you will have Q3, Q5. So just take this down. I'm just writing the states here. So this is your state transition table. So now you don't have to draw a DFA. Why you don't have to draw a DFA? Because in the question itself, they have not provided any DFA. So it's not necessary to show that DFA, okay? They are interested only in the state transition table. So you were given, I'll just scroll it up and show. They had given this state transition table, and you were supposed to show a minimized DFA equivalent. So you just have to show another state table with the reduced number of states. So this is the minimized DFA. Okay, now just write this. Okay, so this is your minimized DFA. And this is your second question for tutorial number 5. Okay, just write this down. Take down the question, at least take a screenshot or a picture, something. So your second question for tutorial number 5 is construct a minimum DFA equivalent to the DFA described by, and just write down this state transition table. So all of you took a picture of this. Okay, now let me give you another question. Is this fine, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Now let
ma'am.
me give. Okay, good. I heard two voices. Okay. So your next question is third question. That is the last question. So I'm giving different question here. Your third question is, just write this down. Find the equivalent. Okay, find the equivalent DFA for the given NFA. Okay, find the equivalent DFA for the NFA given by M is equal to ABC. Just this is different. Okay, ABC. Okay, and what else? Comma, M is equal to ABC, comma, A, comma, B. Then you have delta, then you have A, and then you have C. So M is this. The values of M are this many values you have for M. Okay. So this is the question. Find the equivalent DFA for the NFA given by M is equal to this many values you have. How many values you have? 5 values, right? Since M is a 5 tuple, na? So what is this ABC? You know that ABC are the states. It's the representation is what states, okay? This AB are the inputs, that is sigma. Delta is the transition. Then you have what? Then you have initial state, that is Q naught, and then you have the final state F, right? So it is in this form. But they have, but it's a slightly twisted question here that they have given the values itself. Okay, so M is given by this. Then you have to write where delta is given by where delta is given by this. Delta is given by this table. What do you mean by delta? Delta is the state transition table and it is given by these values. A, B, C, where A is my initial state and C is the final state. These values are already given. You don't have to compute it. Okay, now you have to solve the rest of the part. So this is the question, guys. Take it down. Find the equivalent find the equivalent DFA for the NFA given by M is equal to ABC, comma AB, comma delta, comma A, comma C, where delta is given by this. Okay, now you have all the values of M and you have the values of delta also. Now by using this, try to draw the DFA. This is the third question of your tutorial, okay? Noted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how do we try to solve this? Step number 1, draw the DFA. Step number 2, after drawing the DFA, you have to show the minimized version of that, and you can specify. You can get more than one final states also. This is a quite tricky question, and this is very very important. So I want you guys to try this out, okay? And if you are not getting, let me know. We will solve this in our lecture. Okay, so this is the third question. So any Any doubts till now? Yes. Okay, then, okay. So, yeah, one more thing. Yes, I'm going to upload a few notes or whatever material I have. I have already uploaded the PDF of the book. So refer that, study that. And similarly, if I found some notes or something, I'll upload that also. And if you want, do you want this examples which we had done in our class? If you want, I can upload this also. Okay. So whatever material I'm having, I will upload it before your UT. You will surely get it. Okay.
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
just try to practice as many examples as possible. And don't worry, I know it is a little difficult subject. You must be finding it out, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. Just relax. Okay. Try to solve examples. I'm there for any doubts, any queries. Okay. I don't want you guys to be under pressure or something. Okay. Just relax. Okay. And let me know if any doubts or difficulties you're facing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, ma'am.